Because remember what riba is. It's extra.
It's extra.
Yeah, it's extra.
So that by the extra
the deal has to be complete at the point of transaction. That's what we're being called to.
Because if it's not, because it may fluctuate. Now somebody got extra from the deal.
Right.
When you already agreed
and there's
on
people
it.
who live in that gray area.
Yeah, exactly.
There's people who wait for that gray area to show up and start doing transactions.
Yeah, they do.
That's
Exactly.
using the people.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's why it's called usury, right?
Well, the whole Western system is based off of
Some would claim that the prohibition of deferment on gold trading is valid only in the exchange of gold with gold. However, this claim is not in line with other hadiths that report the prohibition of gold, silver, and currency trading on a deferred basis. Excuse me.
All right. No. Yeah. So basically, he brings a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said, from the authority of Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, after he disallowed the two companions from dealing with the exchange of gold with silver, where one of them wants to delay the delivery of the silver. The Prophet ﷺ has said that a sell contract of silver and gold are riba, except if it is done on the spot. One party says take this, and another party says take this. So in other words, in order to do the actual contract, it must be on the spot.
Yeah.
I can't give you my gold and you can't give me your silver unless we are there handling it.
So it basically can't be like, all right, listen, take this $1,000 and then you're going to deliver my silver and gold a week later. We can't roll like that.
Well, according to this hadith, the Prophet prohibited deferred payment and delivering it even if it's an hour later.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it could be 10 minutes
gotta
later.
Be right there on the spot. So I mean that presents a problem for people who buy with gold trading.
It does.
So one of the things is if I go to a company right now that offer gold trading online, you know what I mean? One of the problems that I need to get around is if I purchase
can I get it right now?
Can I get it right now? Or do I have to wait?
Yeah,
and then some of these gold trading online, they make you do what we call installments. So now I have to pay you in installments in which I am investing in the gold that you're selling me. And even though you might can show me the gold online, it still doesn't mean that the transaction is cool and free from riba.
Because that still be deferment.
Yeah, according to the hadith.
According to the hadith.
So I mean, it's really hard to get around to try to do gold trading, but there are some ways we're going to find out that you possibly might can do it, but so far it's hard to get around without doing it on the spot. You got to do hand for hand. He brings another narration that makes it even more clear that Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, "Do not sell gold with silver if one of the items is not in front of you, and the transaction must be made immediately." So there gives no room for any delivery taking place. Yeah, exactly. It gives no room for that. Or deferment.
It removes the whole total.
Yeah, because it got to be done immediately.
Yeah, it removes that whole situation.
If he asks to delay the transaction process till he enters his house, then do not allow him to do so, because I am afraid that riba might happen in the transaction. So you see that right there. So I can't even walk away and say, hold on, let me go in the house real quick. I can't even do that. I have to. Yeah. If we're going to make this transaction right now, they have to take it.
Because one of the things that can happen, like the price could fluctuate. That's one of the things that can happen.
It's important that we as Muslims understand all of this stuff so that we don't get caught up. I know gold and silver. I'm a big fan of gold and silver.
So am I.
It's God money. We know it's intrinsic value. We talked about that last week. And I know that gold and silver is not the dominant currency, and that's the truth right now. To be honest with you, it's not the dominant currency. In other words, the dominant currency right now, which we call al-thamaniya ghaliba, that is the dollar.
The fiat currency, the dollar.
It's fiat currency.
Everywhere in the world.
Everywhere in the world. So gold and silver is not the dominant currency. Now, in an argument of people who say gold and silver is the real currency because it has this value and fiat currency doesn't have intrinsic value, yeah, that's one argument. Yeah. But it's still not the dominant currency.
It doesn't change the dominant currency. It doesn't change the offer for the people.
Exactly.
The offer for the people is that they use the dollar in everyday usage, and it kind of replaced the gold and the silver. You know what I'm saying? It don't have the same value, but it replaced them.
So my whole reason of bringing that up is because now if you start telling me that the best course of action for me to do is to go and start and participate in buying gold right now. If you tell me, okay, buying gold is the best thing for me to do right now. Buying silver is the best thing for me to do right now. I need to get some real currency. I have to now weigh that according to the rules and regulations of Islam. Can I do gold trading?
Yeah, exactly.
You understand? So is that the best course of action? I remember they was asking Warren Buffett, they asked him the question about the investment of gold and how he was saying that if you have a gold nugget, for example, you might have this piece of gold and you have it for 100 years, right? and that gold is still going to be the same gold. All right, nothing else actually produces from the gold. Whereas he said, if you had a form, you can actually produce on the form, and then while you produce on the form, you can buy another form. So he was saying that in terms of investing in the gold, you can't produce off of the gold like you can do off the form. The form will be a better investment than the actual gold.
Yeah, I mean, gold in this environment that we in would be a better place. It'll be a better value, the whole value, like a placeholder for value.
Back something up.
Exactly. It'll be because it doesn't, it doesn't crash like that. So it'll be a good thing for that. But as far as if I had a whole gold bar in my house, like what I'm gonna do with that gold bar on an everyday basis, like I can't go to Aldi with it, I can't go to Fresh Grocers with it. I would still have to take that and liquidate it into something else to be able to use it.
So now this is what I'm trying to say. Is buying gold and silver right now, investing in gold and silver right now, Coach, is that's the best form of action for us right now?
Get coached.
We gotta get coached.
You gotta get coached.
He jumped right into the hot seat. He jumped to the hot seat.
He jumped back in the hot seat, man.
Hold up, I don't know how deep y'all read. Hold up.
You gotta put Coach in the hot seat, man.
No, seriously. Would you say?
All right. So far, I don't know how much more of the article we're gonna read.
We only covered 2 hadiths. Pretty much saying the same thing, emphasizing the fact that you have to do it on
looking at the ways that investing into gold is being presented nowadays. It seems like it goes against a lot of these Islamic principles. However, Brother Yassine is on.
No, let's apologize for that one. Okay, in our system, we have an immediate possession of the gold. I have and can demonstrate. In fact, I made a video to show this is that is available on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, brother Yassine Ahmed, he said, hold up. He says, brothers, our system, we have immediate possession of the gold.
Yeah.
Does you mean that if I have the buy the gold from you, when I buy it, you can literally give me physically in my hand at that second?
All right. You know what? We need to do a separate show specifically on how to invest in gold in modern times.
And you could probably actually
more specifically, and brother Yassine Ahmed, he's one of the brothers that I'm thinking of that he's giving comments now. May Allah bless him. It seems like he has a lot of these details. Mm-hmm. So maybe we can bring him on. Maybe we can do a guest, and let him explain the details of how to maneuver in today's times, because it's looking like it can be problematic when you read the hadith and you see the Islamic principles, and then you see the ways that we're being, the conventional ways that we're going about buying and selling gold via the internet. Can you buy gold on the internet? Can you wait for the gold to be shipped to you? Can you buy gold without being there? This concept of a wakil for the gold,
yeah, the
agent,
yeah.
All of these different conditions have to be present in order for us to make gold transactions. Do you have access to the gold? So we're going to answer these questions, and it seems like our brother Yassine Ahmed is ready. He's ready for these questions. So we'll bring him on and we'll make that a special show. But do I believe that investing in gold nowadays, just to get back to the question, I do believe that investing in gold and using gold as a currency is the best thing to do. I believe so. Is it practical? Back to my original, point.
All right, so what Yassine is saying is that they are not investing in gold. Actually, what they're doing is transferring from a debt system to a wealth system. But what I find that can be a little bit problematic for me, I'm just saying, is that when I think they still don't have the world backing of that. It's not a dominant currency. So even if I get a group of society and say, okay, us group, this small little group, we're going to use gold and silver for our system, and we're going to buy and sell with this gold and silver. It's still not used on a larger scale
as a medium of trade.
As a medium of
what would have to happen, the brother